All right. Good morning, everybody. Good Monday morning. This is a recap of January 24th, 2022. A fine Monday, an FOMC week Monday, which is Wednesday, 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock my time, and whatever your times are, wherever you're at. Market's already started. It's on the 6th minute of the open. My first trades are at 8:37. My last trade, which I had 6 of them today, very quick in and outs, real scalping as far as what it used to be way back in the late 90s. And I was out my final trade at 8:52, almost 8:53, which we'll be going over. Let's see here. Where is my thumbnail? There we are. This is what I got. $422 using just one contract again. Why am I using just one contract? I could use more, but with FOMC and looking at my past record, I usually don't do too good on the days leading up to that day. And then I have a pretty good day. Well, with the way things have went lately, I'm taking my time a little more. I'm waiting. There was a move off the open that would have been nice. Actually, I'm about to show that. But I didn't take it because of the way it pulls. It breaks out or breaks down and pulls right back. And to quote an old movie, which I really like, Kevin Costner, Field of Dreams, if you build it, it will come. The movie was They Will Come. But they would be the little green men that show up right about here. And I like the green when that shows up. But if you build it, it will come. It's up to you. If you got a small account, see what I'm doing, see what others are doing, and just take it slow and easy. That's all you got to do is learn. So having said all that, let's see if I can back myself out of this. Of course, everything goes off. Here's my video, about to get into it. If you noticed, here's the low of the day, here's the first candle, and there's the high. Let's get into it. It's a real nice breakout right here. But of course, like I said, I didn't take it. I didn't want to take it. I just don't trust it. There's such a gap down this morning. Everybody is looking at the gap downs. And over the weekend, there's another company called Cheddar Flow, which deals with options in the dark pool that we don't see. If you would have noticed this right here, right there would have been a nice place to get in, which was about 40-ish. So figure you're looking at this, you're looking at some money. My trade's getting ready to start up here. It's at 8:37 and 22 seconds. And again, one contract each trade.
Order filled.
Looking for that breakout, 43.20. Goes against me a little bit. Not much though, not like in the past. Hundreds of dollars. Most of my orders were market orders. I didn't really, using my cursor here, I didn't look here at the mid and try and click that and then get out, with the sell, because that would fill up this with whatever price was there.
Order filled.
So anyway, I'm out of that one with $145. I'm sorry, $145, which is $1.45. Sure, if I had 3 contracts today, I would be up a lot of money. But I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about making a point here. Everybody says, my God, look at the money others are making. I made $10,000 last month. Honest to God. Take it slow. Figure it out. Okay, I just fast forwarded 10 minutes here. My next trade is 8:47. Like my last trade is 8:37. Just a progression down lower, and I'm just kind of smacking a few profits along the way, or I guess the proper word would be scalp. I used 885 on that one, and from here on out, it's 850 puts all the way, baby.
Order filled.
This trade's a little less than a minute, about 50 seconds. Again, goes against me a little bit. If you get in on a market order, you'll do a little better than what's shown up here and do a little not as good as getting in a fill at that. Today I actually had some pretty good fills on buying and selling, but you'll notice that if you go back and check where my trades were and what it looked like.
Order filled.
So 39.25, got in at 38.40. That is what, 75 bucks? Up 226 bucks. Again, the gap down had me kind of worried this morning. So going to run back up or is going to keep going. So what I did was watch the VIX and the SPY, being that Tesla, despite the 4 letters, is in the SPY. My next trade is about 30 seconds, 8:49 time-wise, to 8:50. 41.12, not a big one. I didn't like the way the action was working. My last trade of the day, I sort of took it quick. Kind of glad I did, and I'm going to show why. We're reaching some very technical levels.
Order filled.
This line right here is the pre-market low and a December 21st low, right in that area. Another reason I'm a little cautious is that the implied volatility for Tesla options were 124%. Yikes. Yowza. Okay, I clipped $30 on that last trade.
Order filled.
In right back in again. I'm just kind of following it down. Tape's moving pretty good. This wasn't a bad trade here either. About another $100. Some of my thinkorswim alerts are going off because it is dropping. That was probably either SPY or the VIX going up and SPY going down. It was actually pretty relaxed. These are nice days. If I wanted to play more contracts, I would. But I'm right happy where I'm at. I'm back in.
Order filled.
And I'm back out. 55 bucks. I have one more trade. And then I'm calling it a day. I wish I'd have kind of stayed in that last one. But again, you never know what's going to happen. If anything, if it starts dropping hard, I would be jumping in a lot more contracts. FOMC weeks make me a little nervous. Tape's actually moving pretty good. I'm not really keeping much eye on the level 2 or level 1, whatever you want to call it. I know level 1 looks a lot different to me whenever I call it that. From the old days, the real level 2. Notice it's starting to pull back here. I'm seeing a bit more green on the tape. That tells me something's getting ready to change. Big green bar there suddenly is red. I hate that with interactive brokers, but
order filled.
51.20 for one contract. Implied volatility must be a bitch today, all day. 51.21's my entry. This is again a quick trade. That green candles, when I saw that, this one and the last trade, the one there, I start wondering. People are starting to take their profits. I'm out at 51.40. There it is, my last trade of the day. 6 trades. I actually stopped at 5 and thought, well, heck, maybe I'll go a little more. But I'm about to show you why here real quick. As the screen's getting ready to be brought in. Again, this is a recap. not as I actually traded. But when I knew I was done here, I pulled the screen in for my thinkorswim charts. Any second, there it is. Notice where we're at right now. There's the gap fill from October 15th. There's a 200 EMA on the daily chart. The weekly's right there of the 50 EMA and whatever was up above, the levels I was talking about right in here. Well, that's it for that. And right now, I'd like to show you exactly where the market is. And we are, let's see, at 8:30. We're a little over 2 hours into the day. And this is exactly what we're looking at, or what happened after I got out or stopped for the day. There's the drop down. Here was why I hesitated. And I just sort of came and went as it went down there, and actually right about here. This is that green candle you saw starting on the chart. And then up, down, just a big mess here. And you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing consolidation. They're running it up, probably trying to get these people out. Now they're coming back down a little bit. The question is, what's it going to do when it breaks here? This is, let's make that a little bigger. This is my level below, if you can see that. It's on October 15th. There's a gap fill. Now, I want to show you another thing that I'm seeing. Is it going to get it? Well, I would say, and I mean this, there's a little pun here, but only the shadow would know. And the shadow knows who he is. And the shadow is the guy from Shadow Trader, Peter Resnicek. This is that level, or is that right there's that level. There is a gap fill there. We have not hit it yet. It was going there, and that's why I started thinking people are taking their profits. Whenever it gets to these levels, notice it's kind of coming up like everybody's thinking, hey, it's going to hit these levels here. But no, they get up here and here they get close. Then all of a sudden they break through, and here it goes. Now it's kind of heading back down. This is real time here, folks. This right here, what do we got there? The weekly 50 MA is way down here. Now, if you look at this gap fill, there's a bunch of little tiny, there's a gap fill there, there's a little gap fill there in a way, and I mean just little tiny ones all the way down to here, which is about the 50. Is it going to hit there? And this is a daily chart, by the way. Here's the daily 200. Here's the weekly 50. You tell me, what's it going to do? This is where I really recommend, this is the plug for a couple companies I look at. Not companies, but just businesses. And they sell products, but I don't subscribe to them. I subscribe to their free weekly emails. I love Shadow Trader. His weekly commentator, to me, is second to none. Get Peter Resnicek's Shadow Trader weekly commentator. It comes out either in anywhere from Friday to Sunday, but it's for the week ahead. There's something else I get, and let's see if I can find that, but it's called Cheddar Flow. They're a service, and they talk about a couple of stocks that they see unusual stock activity going forward, and they'll show the expiration dates and volume and how much money was put in. Example, last week on Friday the 21st, the SPY had a $4.7 billion order. The thing about the dark pool, you don't really know if it's to the upside or the downside, but it was a one order, $4.7 billion. One can only think, with the way the market is, it's got to be down. It has to be. If it was to the upside, it would, well, I think that's a question I need to ask them one time. But you'll see a lot of activity, and they point it out like in 2 or 3 different stocks. Example, the last one here for this coming week with Cheddar Flow on Sunday, we're talking about Tesla, Netflix, and SPY. Of course, Wednesday's FOMC. Are they going to put in a interest rate hike? Or are they going to say, nope, not this week, and suddenly people are scrambling? Now, if that's the case, what they did show about puts and calls on the ratio, Tesla, it's mostly down. I mean, like 81% to 19% puts to calls. Netflix, well, we know what Netflix has been going through. And SPY, like there's a gap fill that, and this is something I'm noting, at 435.18, which I'm kind of wondering, have we hit it yet? 430, oh yeah, we long hit that. So that thing's down. In fact, SPY right now is at 423.68. Some goofiness in the market, and also why I'm again playing low until we get this over. And the ranges, right now, Tesla is at a low range. If I can get it to come back up here. This is the range I'm looking at right here. Excuse on my mess there with the lines. There's a huge gap here. So if the FOMC comes back positive, you can see where we're going to fill. If it doesn't, well, I think the 50 down here, and who knows, the 200 on the weekly, which is, go right here. 200 on the weekly is, well, that's way down here. Nah, we aren't hitting that. Right there, the 50 on the weekly, 790.16. And again, I could just show you a lot of charts and what I'm showing, but instead I show trades. There's others on the internet. They don't show their trades. They just talk about levels and what they see coming into the week. One thing, me and another guy, and I'm going to mention his name, his first name's Matt, we show our trades. And there's another guy with Alpha Traders, and I don't know where he is. He hadn't traded in a while. We show our trades and what we do. We don't do it after the fact. We show what we did for the day, our profit, our loss. Another guy, I'm not even going to mention the name, but he just talks about what he thinks. You never see his trades, but there's a paid service there and a lifetime subscription and blah, blah, blah. But I just think, take it with a grain of salt, because what they say, unless they show in their trades, which means they're backing up everything they're saying, just a subscription service. You can get a lot of those in advertisements. The next big deal, the next profitable, look at my $80,000 month. Let's see if I can find that one I was looking at. I know my original video was 8 minutes, and this is probably going a bit over at this time. So let's not make this too painful. So where are we? Come on, where are you, Dean? I am not.
No medical exams on policy.
That sure isn't it. There's a guy who says a video, and it said how I lost $5.1 million. Don't be that guy, is all I can say. What you really want to do, is take it. Why can I not find this? Okay, there we are. If you build it, it will come. Slow and easy. Take your time, get to know it. If it means just one contract, now mind you, these are expensive contracts, but it's doable. I think Matt, the gentleman I talked about, he turned 3,000 into 100,000, but it took him, I think, either a year or 18 months to do it. You can do it too. Some of us, well, I'm retired, so it doesn't matter. There's income coming in a couple of ways. One is online business. The other is Social Security. And, of course, trading, which I started now lately. Reminds me, this is where I'm losing my concentration. This used to be the ODWO channel. Now it's the DVT company. DV is my wife and I. DV and T is trading, but it also includes trading online, buying and selling. You also buy low, sell high. That's the only thing you can do with online sales. If not, you're going the wrong direction and doing it the wrong way. But anyway, this is it for the day for me. $422, 2 different contracts. This was one trade, my first one, and here's everything after that. Figure if I played 3 contracts, you can see where I'd be. But again, I'm just showing what I could have. I'm taking it easy until we get a full break out of the range for Tesla, which is the one I usually only trade. Every now and then, I do some others. Anyway, Hope you're green, not with envy, but green, period. Even if it's $4, that's good. You're on the right side of the trade. Have a good one. See you next time. I'm out.